Welcome back, everyone. This is part 2 of my Shayne and Aurox overview. This one is based on gear, and as you see in the screen in front of you, I have their legendary item. I wanted to wait to do this video until I had that certain piece of gear, and it's not the greatest. But I'm going to talk about a lot of other cool things we can do with Shayne and Aurox. So the Smack Attack Slinger. 37.48 shield recharge per second, 5% attack speed, and then the red text effect, God, I can't talk already. It's going to be a bad video. Melee strikes add 20% of their damage to the next boomerang hit on target. It's not that much. And I'll kind of get into why I don't love this. For 1800 shards. Shield recharge per second is really good, but Shayne and Aurox have so many shield skills already, I don't feel that this is necessary on them. I love the attack speed, I think that is brilliant with them. I think with all melee characters it's great, and also the boomerang throw isn't the fastest, so if you can speed that up combined with the reflection you get on it, especially, you can put out a lot of range damage. But the bonus there, so melee strikes do more damage than your boomerang toss, so that 20% is really nice, but it's just on one after you do it. And the playstyle, at least that I've found with Shayne and Aurox, is either you are meleeing a lot or throwing a lot of boomerangs. You're not really switching back and forth. A big part of this reason is there is an animation when you switch from melee to throw. That's almost like a reload. So if you're constantly melee, throw, your DPS is going to be lower because you're losing all your attack speed. So you're not going to get much out of this. Occasionally you'll add a little bit of damage to your boomerang. That'll be cool. But that's not a ton of damage. And you're not going to see it that often. So the third effect on it, the effect that essentially raises it up to 1800, isn't really worth anything. You'd be better off just with the purple shield recharge that has a secondary attack speed, to be honest, and cut yourself out 1,000 activation cost. I forgot to close Discord. Hopefully that person doesn't continue to PM me. So I don't love their legendary item. Now I have a few different loadouts here that I've kind of been playing around with, and I don't know if I've found the perfect one, but it's worth talking about a bunch of them yet. And also keep in mind, like, I've only unlocked a certain amount of gear. Like, nobody at this point in the game has no one will ever have all the gear, but I guess there's some people that are already like past level 50 and 100 and have put in, 80 hours a week of gameplay, and they have quite a bit more. But I don't have all the perfect gear. This isn't Borderlands with Gibbed. So my loadout here, this is kind of the first one I built for them, Shayne and Aurox, is attack speed and shield strength. Shield strength after buying a buildable, but that's not too bad in PvP. It's not too expensive. It was kind of the best one I had at the moment for them. The second is cooldown time. And then this one is really cool because another bonus cooldown after landing a melee, which I'm going to do quite a bit. So I thought that was pretty perfect for them. And then attack damage with a secondary attack speed after landing a melee hit. And I think this is a really good item for Shayne and Aurox right here, to have both of these, especially after landing a melee hit. So 2 of these after landing a melee hit really helps, because a big chunk of the gameplay with Shayne and Aurox is having a melee hit. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I closed Discord. So this next loadout I was kind of playing with, I had a different item here, but I just threw this in because I just received it and I wanted to play with it. But the next item was attack speed. So the nice thing about this, when I do activate this is a lot of attack speed, and it's not conditional on something, it's just a lot of attack speed. And then the bonus shards with a negative reload is also very nice because I have a free item, a very cheap item at 360, making this not as bad to activate. And I can get this going right away. 1.72 unfortunately is on the low side for these. They can get well into the 2s. Well, not too high in the 2s, but you can have it over 2. And but reload speed doesn't affect Shayne and Aurox, and I will get to the negative reds in a moment. Fourth loadout I kind of set up. This wasn't for them. I don't know what the hell happened here. I might have switched that on accident. So that is also not for them, and that is a tanky one, so that's not a loadout for them. So I was mainly having these two loadouts I've been switching back and forth with. And this one I was playing with this third slot, but like I said, I really love the attack speeds. I could probably put this one on here to make it even cheaper, to make this loadout faster to get. But negative red text effects. Okay, what happened there? Right here, so as you see my mouse circling reload speed, this is really good. Shayne and Aurox don't have a reload speed, so load up on those if you want to lower your cost of gear. And this can happen with purple. Do I have a purple with a negative? I don't have much purple gear. I thought I've seen some purples with negatives, but I saw the negatives I don't like, so I might not have any. But you can get the negative reds on pretty much any color. Right here you can see it on this blue here. I mean, that would be a bad one for Shayne and Aurox, but you always want to keep a lookout for those negatives, and don't just sell them, because there's a lot of really good negatives for different characters. So these are worth holding on to really lower your activation cost. Like I said, zero cost shard gear is brilliant. I really love that. So the other reds, reload speed obviously. I have not noticed any recoil for Shayne and Aurox, so that's another one to look out for them. There's one more. God, I'm drawing a blank now. Reload. Let's just stick with reload and recoil. Maybe I'll think of that. But those are really solid reds to look out for them to bring down your cost of gear. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat there. Now going on to types of gear. Health regen per second. I've seen a lot of people really kind of be negative on these. People are negative on this kind of thing in Borderlands as well. I really like these, and I like them on Shayne and Aurox, because on Shayne and Aurox you get a lot of shield buffs, but you don't have a lot of health regen. And while this probably won't save you in the heat of battle, what happens a lot in battles, you'll get hit kind of hard and you'll be able to run away and escape, especially with Shayne when you have a stealth cloak mode. So you take those big hits, you escape, or you stun someone with fetch and then you escape. Well, instead of having to go back to base and run all the way back to your battle, letting your team lose that push because you left it, with this, if you can get back to a healing station, you heal that much faster. Or sometimes you can just go around the corner, kind of hide for a few seconds, and then you can enter battle without being necessarily at full health, but knowing that you can kind of chuck boomerangs at a safe range and kind of get your health back and still contribute to the fight without necessarily running away, going back to base. It makes you in the fight more, and that helps. So these aren't totally wasted on Shayne and Aurox. Damage reduction, I wouldn't say go with these for Shayne and Aurox. The only characters are your really super tanky characters that these are really good on. Shayne and Aurox can kind of tank, but not enough to, I think, justify putting these on. Attack damage is always good. This one's after landing a crit, which probably isn't the best for Shayne and Aurox. And you can land melee crits, but the boomerangs were... I mean, I do land crits with the boomerangs, but not like I do with some other characters. After taking shield damage, now this is a really good one for them. The stats aren't the highest on this, but that's good secondary. This one is great. And I actually have that on one of their loadouts. Skill damage, I wouldn't really take these with Shayne and Aurox. I mean, skill damage is obviously great, but neither one of the skills is your big damage hitter. With Shayne and Aurox, your basic skills are doing more of your damage, both your basic attacks. Your skills are a little more utility in nature, so they don't have the highest damage outside of your ultimate that has a lot, but I think you can get better value for gear than just skill damage with them. Attack speed, yes, I love it. Reload speed, obviously not. Maximum health, these aren't bad. I played around with this legendary. I actually think I like this legendary better than Shayne and Aurox's legendary Forum, because this one really takes you out with Shayne and Aurox. You're gonna take health damage with them. Your shields are gonna break because you're melee, you're in close. So, although it might take a while to get to those 100 stacks, but with this, you can get up to 444 health, which is a lot in this game, and 78 more shield strength. That's going to, yeah, that's going to really add up. But, yeah, all the maximum healths I definitely like on Shayne and Aurox. Movement speed is always great for melee characters. In this one in particular, movement speed after landing a melee hit, yes please. Heal power, nope. Healing received, I wouldn't really worry about these in Shayne and Aurox. They're pretty self-sufficient and they don't really need that much of a healer. You're better off having your healers focus on your other people. Occasionally you need some tap off, but with all your shield regen, you should be able to kind of keep yourself healthy. And wearing these kind of gear, I think, is just overkill. Critical hit, again, I wouldn't really wear that in Shayne and Aurox because you're not going to be landing the most amount of critical hits with kind of that slow travel time of the boomerangs and all. Buildable costs, you know, if you're going to kind of play that role in PvP, fine. These might not be bad for you. That does help you level up faster. Maximum shield strength, hell yes. Because, God, I do not have many of these. I keep finding terrible versions of these. That's why I only have one. And I like this one too. Is a secondary with shards with no... Oh, well, shield is depleted. Yeah, I mean, you have so many shield recharge skills, so just getting more out of your shield is obviously pretty awesome. You know, bonus shards per second, very good. So that's what I want, like a 2.03 or something that's free. 1.5, yeah, that's terrible. I don't know why I had that equipped. I should sell that one. Shield recharge delay. I don't really think you need these on Shayne and Aurox because you have so many skills to kickstart your shields or get an overshield or steal shields. I think these are kind of wasted on them. Shield recharge for a second. Again, you have so many skills to kind of kick in your shields and get an overshield to let your shields come back. I don't really think these are that necessary on Shayne and Aurox. Although this one with negative reload speed, not bad. Although after killing a minion or minor enemy, yeah, I guess you kill enough of those. That's kind of good. CC, you could wear these in PvP. Shayne and Aurox have enough to survive through some CC, so might not be bad to toss those on and get out faster. I wouldn't put an expensive one on though. Like yeah, this one's a bit expensive. I don't really like that. Cooldown's always good. You want to be able to use your skills pretty often because they are so utilitarian. You know, the more fetches you can get out, obviously the better, especially once you throw stun on it. And because you can throw slow on your stealth strike as well, being able to do that often and kind of hit that AoE often. Also be able to kind of lead with that, so you pop out of that, you hit them with a stun with fetch, you beat them down, and then hopefully you can get out of there really quickly if you need to as well. So definitely like cooldown with Shayne and Aurox. I don't know. I mean, sprint speed's good for really getting away, but I just take movement speed over it, to be honest. I guess it's good for chasing people down when they're trying to get away from you, but you have the boomerang to kind of hit them. Recoil, obviously that's not good. Shield penetration, you can do this with them. It will help in PvP, but I don't know if it'd be the most important. So that's kind of my rundown on what gear to kind of select for them. And it obviously depends on what you have available, because this game is fairly fresh and we don't all have the best gear yet or the perfect gear. So you kind of got to do it around what you have and what you're experiencing. There's also limited loadouts. I've got 6 available right now. I could buy another one, but I'm kind of saving my money for when the DLC comes out to try to get some skins and buy a bunch of stuff then. So, like, if you're really playing Shayne and Aurox a lot and you really love them, it wouldn't hurt to set up 2 gear sets for them for different situations and then do some other generic ones. I've got my Thorn one because I play Thorn a lot. I've got 2 of them. I was playing around with a tank loadout. This is kind of my generic gun character loadout, although I need to switch that because that's a shitty shard one. And this one I was just moving shit around. It's not a final loadout. So that's my idea for gear for Shayne and Aurox. Let me know what you think, what you've been using with them, what you like, kind of what you go with for activation costs. I like to keep my activation costs kind of low. I like to get my gear early in PvP. That way I can build a lot of things. Or I can build a lot of things and still get my gear. That's why I love my current one for Thorn right here. Because I can increase my damage by a good amount and be able to build a ton of shit to level up faster than the other people, and that is always good. So once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have not subscribed, please do so. Also follow me on Twitter, and you can join up with the Discords as well. I will see you later. Bye.